but the other three having a great battle. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what speedway racing is all about. So heat number 16, and that brings out Porthorpe in red. Gary Havelock, who went into the interval stage unbeaten, he's in blue. Neil Collins in white, and Jeremy Doncaster on the outside grid, gate number 4. So, a few more questions to answer. The two Bradford riders on the inside. The tapes rise, and a strut away it is. Havelock, who goes into the first turn. Doncaster trying to come around the outside of him, but takes him a little bit wide as Gary Havelock, and through comes Paul Thorpe. So Havelock leads, Thorpe second, Doncaster third, and sadly last is Neil Collins. So the two Bradford riders lead at the moment as Paul Thorpe drifts terribly wide and Doncaster comes through. So now Doncaster through to second place as Thorpe makes a very, very bad mistake. But has he got any speed, any more power to try and catch Gary Havelock, who really is setting the place alight here at Brandon Stadium? This will be his 4th win of the afternoon, and surely looking pretty good for a rostrum place, if not British champion. So coming up to take the flag for one more lap, it's Gary Havelock still who leads. Doncaster tucked in behind him. Neil Collins is smoothly into third place, but all eyes on these first two as Gary Havelock comes up to get his 4th win of the afternoon. It's Havelock that wins. Second place, Jeremy Doncaster. Third place goes to Neil Collins. So congratulations to this young fella, Gary Havelock, who collects his 4th win of this British final. And he's now on 12 points as he wins heat number 16. Jeremy Doncaster gets 2 more points. And third place goes to Neil Collins, who gets 1 more. So there's the scoreboard. Gary Havelock still unbeaten on 12, Tatum on 10, Louis on 9, and Doncaster on 8. That's the scoreboard. There's Richard Knight in red, Kelvin Tatum blue, Jeremy Doncaster white, Lee Coleman coming in for reserve outing, and heat number 17 gets underway and driving to the first turn. It is the blue helmet colour of Kelvin Tatum that leads, Doncaster in white on the outside of him. So Tatum leads, Doncaster second, Richard Knight, who sadly is out of the championship, which is a bit of a surprise to say the least here this afternoon. But Tatum moves sweetly with 1 lap gone into a lead. Doncaster tucked in behind him, just no doubt waiting for the mistake if it does come. Knight still third, and Lee Coleman, who's come in to replace Alan Graham. Doncaster makes a terrible mistake and drifts out wide, and Knight just can't make up any ground to catch on that manoeuvre. So Doncaster still in second, but you won't have to make no mistakes for Knight to come through. So Tatum looking set then to finish his championship on 13 points if he can stay clear of the pack. 1 more lap to go in heat number 17. Down the back straight for the final time, and Calvin Tatum from Berwick in the Sunbright League, and Mariestad in Sweden comes up to take the checker flag. It's Tatum that wins. Doncaster just holds on to second place, Richard Knight in third. So there we are, Jeremy Doncaster finishing on 10, but it's the man in black we've lost, Lee Coleman taking a fall in the mayhem, but it is Calvin Tatum who finishes the British final on 13 points, and him and Doncaster safely going through to the Commonwealth final. Heat number 18, Paul Thorpe rides in red, Steve Schofield blue, Chris Louis, winner of his previous 3 outings, is in white, and John Davis yellow back. John D needs to win this one on the outside to stand any chance of going further in the World Championship honours. Thorpe on 7, Schofield 2, Louis 9, and Davis 4 is a takes rise on heat number 18. But is the rider in red and yellow black Davis has got there, but red comes up underneath him, which is Paul Thorpe. So Thorpe now takes the lead, Davis second, Louis third. Sorry, Schofield third, Louis sadly at the back. Still the red helmet colour of Paul Thorpe, who had a disappointing outing in his 4th ride, but looks to be making amends in heat number 18. Chris Louis come from nowhere to come into second place. Steve Schofield third, and John Davis really has been pushed all over the place and is now in minor positions. So Paul Thorpe looking set to end the British final on 10 points. Still it is Chris Louis in second place, and in third is John Davis. Thorpe looks over his shoulder, sees where the opposition are, and they're a long way behind Paul, so he can take a little bit easier around the final 2 bends. Already beaten the track record here at Brandon this afternoon, but it's Thorpe that wins. Second place for Chris Louis, third for John Davis. So Thorpe goes forward to the Commonwealth final on 10 points. Chris Louis ends on 11, so congratulations to Chris, a great afternoon.